I just deleted my old. I was kind of embarrassed by my old podcast. I got really pissed off, you know. So I'll try to do it right, but again, it's still really hard though because you got to do it just right. But basically, I'm going to try to do it. It'll take a few tries, I would think, but you know. Because again, this boss is so cheap. Like, it's just, you don't have a chance a lot of the time. Fuck. See, that's what I mean. It's just so fucking hard to do. I mean, it's so cheap. Because it's really based on luck. That's how you beat this boss. Unless you get all the keys, which I might do a second playthrough with all the secrets if you want to see it. But for now, yeah, this is just what I'm going to do. I just want to get this done so I can start moving on to other things. See, this is what I mean. It's just you don't have a fucking chance a lot of the time. This is what I got so upset, and that's why I just deleted my podcast because I was just kind of embarrassed because I got really mad, and I was on air, and it didn't occur to me I was on air. It was just frustrating. But this, like again, this is a very frustrating game, especially this boss, because it's so cheap, and a lot of the time you don't have a chance. Okay, I'll try to get it done. Oh, fuck you, Jesus, though. Yeah, suck a fucking dick, you fucking cunt. Fuck you, Christ. Fucking whore. See, that's the problem. You just can't. It's all by luck. This is the fucking problem right here. It's like no matter what you fucking do, it's just bullshit. Like I said, I had to turn it off. I had to redo this because I was just getting too mad, and I remember getting really frustrated with this boss when I was a teenager because it's so cheap. Because you can't dodge those, for one. Like, finally, fuck. Die, fucking cunt. Alright, so I finally did it. Kind of unsatisfied because it was just, again, I never enjoyed this boss fight. I just found it to be very frustrating, very annoying, and just kind of just, it's an interesting character, interesting boss, but it's just frustrating. Like, it's just a frustrating battle overall. So that's what I didn't like about it. Like, I loved the game I loved this game, I still do, but it was just, this boss battle in particular, I really didn't like it at all. That's the only thing I don't like about this, actually. To each his own, but that's just me. So, anyways, that's Doom 64. Let's get on to the ending. Finally, the mother of all demons is dead. Blood pours from your eyes as you stand in defiance. As the only Marine to endure the slaughter, you decide to remain in hell to ensure no deep ever rises again. The end. That's like the ultimate badass ending, folks. You become the king of hell, pretty much. I always love the music in this version. Okay. Here we have Zombie Man. I know in the original games he was bald and just had armor on him, very standard, but I'm somewhat okay with this new design. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's reasonable, so. Shotgun guy, basically just a prototype, just, you know. Although, I guess on the even though they don't have the chain gunner, I think maybe it was due to I think the problem was that the cartridge was too small and had its limitations. So. I'm okay with this imp design, although I much prefer the original imp. I do like what they did in Doom 2016 Doom. But I just like that one better than this one. It's good for what it is, don't get me wrong, but I just, like I said, maybe it's just because, you know, as a longtime fan of this franchise, I just prefer the original, so. This is the Nightmare Imp. I gotta say, I really like the idea behind this. Definitely. I remember being really annoyed by him back in the day because you'd shoot fireballs and you really couldn't see them. It's kind of a shame that, you know, granted, I haven't played Doom Eternal yet because I used my credit so I can get it, but, you know, it's going to be shipped to me. But unfortunately, I don't know when it's coming. And our mailing system slowed down now, so... Because I pre-ordered it at EB Games, but unfortunately, well, EB Games here in Canada, which is our version of GameStop, but due to store closures, I can't get to it, so... So maybe it comes back, because granted, you know, unfortunately, with the internet, nothing is safe. And when you're in quarantine, there's really nothing you can do. So there were some spoilers how this ties into the Doom Eternal storyline, but we shall see. Out of all the monsters and all the designs and all the demons, this is actually my favorite one out of all of them. I actually love this design more than the original design in Doom. Like, in my opinion, this one looks terrifying. I'm not saying that the original pink demons in Doom and Doom 2 weren't scary, but this one, I think they really went for it here. You know? I mean, that just looks like something straight out of hell in every way possible, you know? This has always been kind of my favorite monster in the entire franchise. This one right here. It reminds me of the Violator from the Spawn comic books, and his brothers, Vandalizer, Valiculator. I can't remember them all by heart, but you know what I mean. Spectre, I remember him from well, he was in the original Doom, and he was also in the PlayStation Doom. There are two different versions of him in the PlayStation Doom. I think I remember there was the black version, sort of the dark version, and then there was the kind of the faded version. There were two different kinds of him. So basically, it's just a demon, you know. Now I present probably my most, you know, second most hated enemy in the entire franchise, that being these guys. I've always hated these guys. Especially in this version, they are a nightmare to deal with. Like, they do a lot of damage. Cocodemon. It's hard to tell, really. I think I'm gonna probably go with the original design more than this one. I thought the original design was a lot scarier than this one was. I'm not saying this wasn't scary. I'm not saying it wasn't good. It was a good design overall, but I just much prefer the original, and I much prefer Doom 2016, you know, out of all of them when it comes to the Cocodemon design. I think the original Doom was a lot bigger and looked more menacing, but overall, it's good for what it is, you know. Hell Knights. These guys showed up in Doom 2, I think. You know, they were kind of just a lesser version of the Baron of Hell. I kind of thought that, you know, I don't know. I like what they did in 2016 where they kind of changed it up. They changed up the design, and they both really separate themselves from each other, because basically it's just a lesser version of the Baron of Hell. I like the gray, though. It's really cool, but I don't know, I just wish it kind of had its own design, really. much like we saw in the 2016 Doom. And again, I haven't played Doom Eternal yet because I don't got it, so don't spoil anything. I haven't really, like, I don't know, because I haven't been watching a lot of playthroughs because I don't want to spoil it for me, so when I do get it. Baron of Hell. It's weird to think that, you know, they were the boss in the first episode of Doom 1 back in the day. I found that boss fight to be kind of underwhelming, to be honest with you. At first I was scared when I saw them, but then when I shot them full of rockets and blew them both up, I just kind of thought to myself, that's it, you know. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder, did Midway really have limit? I think the problem with the N64 cartridge is it had its limitations to it, and so, like, I'm okay with these designs, but I'm not, you know, 100% on board with them, you know. Those just joining, I just did a quick stream just to completely complete it. I kind of had to cheat a little because the Mother Demon was just pissing me off, and I love this game, but I've never really enjoyed that boss battle. I always found it to be very annoying and frustrating. It's challenging, which is nice, but I mean, the other boss battles were a lot of fun. I mean, in the Doom games, but out of all the boss battles, this is probably the least fun. Even the Icon of Sin was a lot of fun. Frustrating, but fun a little bit, but because the problem I have with fighting the Mother Demon, it's really based on luck and timing. Like, you really have to get it to where it's in the right positioning in order to really kill it. That's my only complaint about it. So, it's an interesting creature overall. I like what Midway was trying to do here, because granted, this isn't id Software's game. id Software supervised it. This was Midway's game. This is Midway's take on it, really, you know. So moving on from the Baron of Hell, on to Arachnotron. I'm kind of split on this design between the Arachnotron and the. So I know there's different versions. Now I know that I saw the preview of Doom Eternal. I know that they show up in Doom Eternal, but I haven't played Doom Eternal yet because I can't get to it because my store's closed. I pre-ordered it, but you know. But due to quarantine, I can't get in. So it is what it is. There's a coupon there with my, like, I can use the deposit to order it online, which is what I'm going to do, but I'll stop the stream. You can watch the whole entire playthrough on my line on my channel. I'm actually going to do a second playthrough with all the secrets this time and all the secret levels. Because, hey, we're all under quarantine. What the heck am I going to do? You know, I was initially going to do 2016. I was also going to do Resident Evil 3, but I'm just going to order that one online. Have them deliver it to me because all the stores are closed. Where am I going to go? You know. Same with Final Fantasy VII and other releases. Overall, I like this design of the Arachnotron, but, you know, I don't know. 6 legs. I mean, they should have had at least 4 legs, or at least go back to the standard 2 legs. Let's see. I'd say it's a decent design overall. The irony is, this is my most hated enemy in the entire franchise. Now, I don't know, like I said, I haven't played Doom Eternal yet. I don't know if they're there or not. I don't know what's going on because I haven't watched any playthroughs yet because I kind of want to, you know, I don't want any spoilers. I want to be able to enjoy the game entirely by myself. But I gotta say though, I actually love this design of the Pain Elemental. More so than the original. I'm not saying I didn't like the original design, but this one I think they really did a good job on it. id Software, I mean Midway did, pardon me. It really sets itself apart. As annoying as this enemy is, believe me, it's probably the most annoying enemy in the entire game. In my opinion, it is, you know. I gotta say, I loved this design back in this day, and I still do, so. Mancubus. Out of all the Mancubus designs, I do like this one, but I think the 2016 version of Doom is probably the best one, I thought. Out of all of them. I kind of thought Doom 3's version was a little too silly looking in my opinion. That's just me though. If you like it, that's fine, but overall I like this one. I like the toe claws, which are really cool. Although in Doom 1 and Doom 2, and Doom 2016, the Mancubus was a very challenging enemy. You know, here I didn't think it was that challenging. I'm thinking it was probably due to the limitations on the cartridge of the N64, but overall, good design. But like I said, the newer one, in my opinion, is the best one. So, Cyber Demon. I like this one, but my only gripe is that I just find that the cannon's a little too big. I like the head and mouth design. I mean, they kept your overall impression, which is nice, but like I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do one with all the secrets this time. I just kind of, yeah, I had to cheat a little. I just got really upset in my last podcast. I just figured just do it, just quickly do it, just to get it over with, because I kind of want to get onto other stuff, you know, so. Like, I'm going to definitely finish Zombie Army 4. I'm going to probably do, there's a bunch of other games that I haven't got around to playing yet that I'm definitely going to do. I'll probably just do random streams, because where am I going to go? What am I going to do, you know? Where can any of us go right now? So, I do like the death animation though, that's really cool. And here we go, our hero. Now, obviously, where Doom 64 failed back in the day was not including multiplayer. I think that's what hurt it a lot, you know. There were other things too you have to consider. I think a lot of people were just kind of, you know, just felt that, you know, the franchise had kind of run its course back in the day. A lot of people were confused when Doom 64 came out because they thought, because there were so many ports beforehand, like Super Nintendo had a port, you know, even, yes, Super Nintendo did actually have a Doom port. PlayStation had one, Sega Saturn had one, Doom 32X, it was everywhere almost, you know. Although I loved PlayStation version the most, because it had that dark tone and atmosphere, so. I I didn't get an N64 till I was like, it was grade, I think it was finishing grade 7. It was one of my grade 7 presents because the only way, you know, I was supposed to get it for my birthday, but then my parents pushed it back saying, oh no, you got to earn it. You got to finish grade 7 if you want to get this, you know, so that's pretty much what it came down to. I got it for GoldenEye mostly, and that was my main, you know, that was my favorite, you know, favorite game in the entire, you know, N64. Then I picked up Turok, and then I rented this one. I think it might have been Turok. That was the first game I rented, and then I rented this one. I heard mixed reviews from some people who played it. Some didn't like it, some liked it, some didn't. You know, I gave it a shot, and I fell in love with it, and I played it non-stop back in the day. When I was a teenager. There was a lot of confusion, like I said. People thought it was just another port, nothing new. And granted, I mean, the mechanics were still the same. I mean, there was no jump button. It was just basically a newer version of Doom on N64 is what it was, you know. So and this is what you look like when you die, folks. Okay, main menu features. But overall, this is Doom 64. I'm so thankful and I'm so grateful that they ported it, that they brought it back for this current generation console. Because I just felt like it was one of those, you know, it was definitely one of those games that got lost in the shuffle, you know. To be honest, I didn't think we were ever going to see it again. Not in this, you know, not in this generation. Okay, let's see. For instance, I'm going to try for one of the secrets if you guys want to see it. Here you go. Back in the day, I actually thought this was a boxing glove, but it's not. It's a regular glove. So here we go. Dusty. I gotta say, it's nice not having to dig through my old N64 anymore. I can actually enjoy this game on here now. I always loved that they had two-bladed saw. I thought that was really cool. Okay, demon. Gotta get him. Okay. This is a fairly quick level, because you gotta remember it's first level, it's an introductory level, so... Damn it. I hate this part. I think you have to get all the barrels, I'm not sure. So... Or do you have to get them a certain order? I'm gonna have to double check on that. Hunt into... Okay. Oh, I was hoping it'd explode. Like I said, I'm going to try to get the, I'll see if I can get it. You can YouTube it if you don't, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'll see if it worked. So, damn it. I'll see. Come on. Oh, did I miss a barrel? I'll have to look around. I must have missed one. Or... Gonna have to look into this, shit. Okay, there's got to be a way to do it, so I screwed it up. Okay, I'm just gonna figure it out tomorrow, so. But I kind of want to do one to get it where I can have all the secrets. And I'll definitely do lost levels too, so. But if anyone has anything to say, let me know. But till then, this is all I got. Kind of want to take a bit of a break from TV for a little bit, so it's been sitting here all day. Because no. And, well, I guess on a positive note, I still have a steady job to go to, so. But this is Doom 64. I'll be back to do Lost Levels. And other projects, so other games maybe. Till then, that's all I got. Good night, everyone.